As a kid, were you ever told that it's okay to be different? Well, until recently, that's all I've ever heard. I heard it from my parents, I heard it from the TV, I heard it from the public, I heard it everywhere. And yet, lately I found myself wondering if it's okay to be the same. Is it okay if I agree with the public? Is it okay if I agree with the stereotypes? And I haven't really found an answer for that yet. And then, before I thought about that question and I agreed with the people, then I would feel disgusted with myself. But now I'm wondering why I felt disgusted at myself. Even just hearing stories about my childhood would make me confused and conflicted. So one day at the dinner table, I heard a story about myself for the first time ever. When I was 2, I was walking out of church with my mom and my grandmother. They, being the good relatives they were, decided that I had to hold their hands to cross the street, or somebody's hand. And one thing that you should know about me, as a kid, I absolutely hated to touch anybody. I hated to be hugged, I hated to be picked up, I hated to hold hands. I literally would cry to be put down. I just hated it. And so, as you can probably guess, that didn't really go over very well. I basically threw a complete tantrum. My mom tried to get me to hold her hand. It failed. My grandmother tried to get me to hold her hand. It also failed. And then I, a 2-year-old little girl, came up with an ingenious solution. I would hold my own hand. And so, as only a 2-year-old can, I proceeded to cross the street. And since my mom and grandmother couldn't really argue with toddler logic, I won. And when I first heard the story, I was overjoyed. I just loved that I was so independent and so mature, even at 2. But then, that joy turned to doubt. What happened to that girl? Did she just grow out of it? Was she told that she was special and important and all that so much that I just lost all meaning to it? Because I sure don't feel like her anymore. Of course, people still tell me that I'm special and all that, but I've stopped listening. Have you?